All yours, Nate. And you don't have to stand in the light too if you want to move over that way so you're not getting
Got a
bored.
reflection of it.
That's totally fine.
Light discipline, right? Okay, I'm Dave Schaefer again, I'm with the Elks, and we have had a really exciting last 3 years. We started this, Gary, our leading knight, introduced us to the LED idea, and then he, together with Nigel, actually started some of the purchase for the LED lighting. Now I go to the LED lighting first because that was our first great involvement with getting green. So we really went the full tilt on lighting. We did every incandescent bulb within the building, and then we went to the parking lot, and everything on the exterior of the building has been replaced, and all of our parking lot highlights have all been replaced. Everything is LED. The only thing we haven't converted to LED at this particular time is the fluorescent fixtures, and there's a considerable expense for converting the fluorescent. And we're gonna need to talk about that with the board and see if we can get some fundraisers going. So that is our next major endeavor, is getting that taken care of. We've gone into each of the rooms that we utilize, the offices, this room, the valve sprinkler room, every room that's in the interior of the building, and have put in motion detector switches, so that when you walk into the room, the lights come on. When you exit, you can wait for the light to time out, which it will do in about 3 to 5 minutes, or you can reach up and touch the switch and it will shut itself off like a conventional switch. We're finding that that's doing a great deal for us. We're not just wasting a lot of energy with a light on in a room that nobody's occupying. When we finished with the electrical, we went to the water. That seemed to be the next logical step to take. And so, with the help of the city and Greg, we got into the aeration of all of our faucets first, and got a lot of complaint about it when it first went in. Everybody, oh, this makes the water too high pressured, it splatters everywhere. It actually slows down the flow and takes us longer. And we said, just put up with it for right now. Just put up with it. Bear with us. And lo and behold, everybody has become accustomed to it. And we now have aeration on all of our faucets. That and the fact that we monitor our sinks and our drains, and we have traps in them so that we're not putting a lot of what I call FOD, foreign objects or debris, down the drains. And that saves us a lot of plumbing problems. It also saves a lot of contamination out in the rest of the environment wherever that water is distributed. We do oil separation from the water, and that is done in the what we call the grease traps in the kitchen area, and the water actually goes into a vault, and that vault allows for various water levels, and the grease, of course, being lighter than water, will stay on top of the higher, and the rest will drop below and drain out through the water system. And then we have those grease traps pumped out every 6 months, I believe it is, 3 months? Quarterly. Every 3 months we have them pumped out. In addition to those grease traps, we also have the fryer fat and other greases that accumulate within the kitchen in a sump, and Oregon Oil picks up all of that also at no expense to us. They just come in and take it. So we're paying attention to what's going on there. We have not yet entered the realms of composting. That's going to be a major. I know that's a big one. We first need to get the kitchen accustomed to just separating the garbage from the trash. They say it's the same thing. Look in the dictionary. It's the same thing. No, it's not.
You mean the garbage from the recycling from the garbage?
Well, the recycling or the trash, as we call it. So it is two different things, and being educated is a chore in itself, but we're working on it. We've also gone to air cleanliness of the air. We used to just do our filters every 6 months, whether they needed it or not. Now we're going through our entire air circulation system, and we're checking all the filters quarterly. The majority of them have needed to be replaced. So we found that we were not doing a good job and our stewardship was lacking before. Now we're on top of it again. And finally, the big thing that we've done, or in process of doing right now, is the sign out front. I heard several people say, well, I drove past, I didn't see it. Well, yes, I agree, you probably didn't see it because the tree foliage now pretty much covers the sign, and the sign is not backlit as it is supposed to be. And when I say it's supposed to be, it is worn out, just worn out, the sign. So we're looking at having somebody come in and refurbish the sign for us. We've had 2 bids already. I think the latter is the better bid. It's a 10-year warranty on it, and it will go totally LED. So it falls into a category that we like on both ends. However, the price tag's one we're still not real comfortable with. It's going to be somewhere in the area of $5,000 to $6,000 to do it. And that's a sizable amount of money to a nonprofit organization to come up with on a non-budgeted item. But we're going to do it. We'll get it accomplished. So with those changes, in 3 years, we've actually gone through 4 exalted rulers, Dan being the most recent, but prior to him, and the one that kicked the ball with us to get started, was Jim Hosmer, who is not able to make it today. And following him, it was Debbie Price, and she's camping with the family over at the coast. And then Don Lewis was last year's ER, and he is currently involved with an audit we're going through right now with the IRS. And then of course Dan is in attendance with us, and then our second in command would be Gary, the leading knight. What can I say about Chuck? Chuck is a good member, he's a great volunteer, and he's always on board to do whatever we need to have done. So all of these people put together, and many of the other people within the Elks, have been most instrumental in us accomplishing what we have in the last 3 years. Now, I signed on as a 5-year trustee. This is my final year. My sentence is complete. So I have a lot of people to say thank you to, and I wish they were here so I could thank them. But it's been a great ride. It's been a great learning experience, and I've enjoyed working with all of you and networking with those of you that I've had a chance to talk to. And I really think that Mr. Schwartz deserves an attaboy for what he's done. He came on board a little over a year ago as a trustee, and he has just become quite gung-ho, and he's taking the lead. He will be the new chairman. So if you can support him and give him all the help you could, I appreciate it, and I thank you for all the help and support you've given me.